as we get older, we do have less time for our friends. You know, I had friends in school who I used to talk to every single day. Then you go to university, you might distance a little bit because you live close to each other. You still see each other all the time. I live an hour away from one of my friends now. And so it can feel as if I've detached myself from them, and it can feel a little bit personal. I completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. How do we change that though? How do we know that we're becoming anxious or if we're becoming avoidant? Because we could become anxious and think, oh my God, I want to message you and I'm going to keep messaging you. Mm-hmm. Because we no longer speak every single day. Or it could become, well, I don't need you anymore and you're no longer my friend. And that could really ruin relationships.
I completely agree. And I think there's a lot of people talking at the moment about just cutting off friends.
All the time.
Rather than changing your expectations of people. And it's okay if people aren't giving you the same energy that they once gave you because circumstances have changed. And I think it can be dangerous in a way to just cut people off as soon as they let you down.
Isn't that avoidant though? Or anxious?
Yes,
Which one is it?
It's also fearful avoidant. It's like, I can't even
avoidant.
bear to be in this because it hurts so much. But
Yes.
And also what we don't talk about with friends is communicating. Like, it's so part of our literature about romantic relationships that relationships take work. Like, we all know that. We have to have these conversations and we have to bare our soul. And then with friendships, like, everyone's too afraid to say anything, or it feels like if you have to have a difficult conversation, then that you shouldn't be their friend anymore. But
so true.
I think if you're feeling triggered and it's a good enough friend that you think they can handle it, saying, hey, things have changed with us. Sometimes that conversation might change things. Sometimes that conversation might just be part of accepting that the things are different. But I think one of the best ways to change our attachment experiences is communication. Feeling anxious in any sort of relationship is quite unbearable. It makes us obsessive. It makes us freak out and act weird. And to kind of relieve that from ourselves, I think just putting it out there can be a really neat way of just diffusing that anxiety. So saying to our friends, like, I know this is crazy, but I'm feeling kind of anxious because we see each other less, and like, I love you, and it's coming from a nice place. Nothing accusatory, but just owning your feelings. And that person might respond, well, they might not. It actually doesn't really matter. It's more about you just letting yourself have that vulnerability, and hopefully it will bring you closer.